Look, this series is about realizing that there's a level of spiritual numbness in me, in you, that's difficult for us even to recognize. It's about becoming really sensitive to the things of God and the presence of God in my life. Because, look, the more I tolerate just going my own way spiritually, the more I tolerate the distance that I allow to come between the Father in heaven and me, the more I tolerate my own sin, the harder I become. My heart grows hard toward God. And if it grows hard toward God, I can predict, I can know that my heart is also growing hard toward those around me, especially toward those that I say that I love. And so look, if your heart is growing hard toward God, then I can predict some stuff. If my heart is growing hard toward God, I can predict that I'm learning how to excuse my own sin. I can predict that I'm treating it like it's harmless and an understandable little weakness. And that I can predict that if my heart is growing hard toward God, then I'm becoming more critical of others. I can predict that I'm slowly, if your heart is growing hard toward God, I can predict that you're slowly losing your desire to even stand up against the temptations that come into your life. And this series is about doing something about that. This series is about doing the most radical thing spiritually that you could do, and that is to have the courage to pray these 4 things. The first biblical prayer is, search me, O God. The second is, break me, O God. The third is, not my will, O God, or not me, O God. And the last is, use me, O God.